Hey beautiful people, welcome to Testimonial Thursdays. Hey beautiful people, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having an awesome Thursday. I'm just stopping in for today's Testimonial Thursday to kind of give a little breakdown of my list of gratitude, if you will. And interestingly, I made a list of like 5 things before I came into this space. And then as I was coming into this space, I was encouraged to add another one, which really helped because the last, segment that I did, I learned a lot from that experience. I noticed a lot about my anxiety sort of like as a shadow undertone to my personality or character references, if you will. And I took an opportunity to do a meditation coming into the space. I've got meditation music. I've set the atmosphere for us. I've got an awesome little filter going as well to kind of just set the vibe for us guys so that we can like get into the space to just sit with each other. Interestingly, there was like so much going on around me, and I actually had to take a minute. So the meditation was also to create the atmosphere because, it was still a bit of a come down, I guess. But the first thing it actually brings me to is the addition on my list of the 5 things that I wrote before I came into the space. And that is connection with the oneness of creation, with the source. I literally sat with myself, took a minute to go within and connect to the energy of the vibrations that were present, to just get a moment of still and peaceness, like my personal request to the universe, I guess. Seeing as we're all sort of co-creating and spirit sort of utilizing the vessels. So yeah, I think that just really brought things down and into perspective for me. Just that sense of connection, I guess. So that's the first thing that I'm truly, truly grateful for, because I think it actually ties in with everything else that this week has taught me, the journey, I guess, the avenues that I've taken, the travels that I've kind of gone on to, go with the energies of this week. It has been divine. So the first thing that I initially wrote down on my list was the alignment with the guides. It has been amazing with all these portals that are open and all of these energies that we're able to sort of interact with. The connection to 2020 and beyond is there. I think it's the 2020 and beyond, because once you like get into that gateway that is 2020, it really pretty much kind of sets the tone for a certain trajectory. There are certain choices that has to be made along the way, yes, but it takes one into a direction depending on what path one chooses. And again, one can always choose another path at any point in time. It's been amazing to just get back into alignment, I guess, is probably one of the things that I'd say. Alignment with higher self as well. I put the guides, but I really want to say higher self as well, because having your own personal relationship with spirit is important to being able to, I guess, live from the fullness of your spirit. It gives you an opportunity to connect directly to source, acting and creating through you as a vessel, as an empath channel, a radio frequency, if you will. And it's amazing to be able to have the interaction that Spirit's been giving us as of recently. The divine downloads was my second thing on my list today. It's been amazing to just sort of like feel the sensitivity of the avatar as it has had its upgrades throughout the retrogrades of the year thus far, and the eclipse energies as well really, I'm sure, has catapulted like a lot of the growth and a lot of these portals that are open as well. Which brings me to my next number of gratitude, number 3. access to the timeline of 2020 and beyond. It's like self-start prep. We're getting the windows, we're seeing the windows of opportunity. Now, I said to you at some point throughout the readings of the week, that there might be doors that seem closed, but there'll be windows of opportunity. We're seeing the windows of further beyond this limited perspective of ourselves that we can see, like Spirit's really giving us the opportunity to plan ahead for a future that is going to be solid in a lot of ways, that is going to pretty much sort of see you work hard, definitely, because obviously we've got Saturn retrograde in Capricorn at the minute, so it's definitely about that commitment and dedication to the work, but it's also giving you an opportunity to set yourself up for a long term and to get access to these windows, like it's these pixelated alternate realities, the timelines that decisions have to be made for on a consistent basis as well. I think is a part of the actual aspects of it, because repetition, which is why I'm trying to get more consistent with these for you guys. Consistency, you guys can watch the growth in itself as well, because to me we're all sort of like doing this together collectively, and I think that it's amazing to sort of have the support of each other and support each other in the process as well, because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it just is. The next thing on my list that I did put down, which was my number 4 before I added the extra, and that was the people in my life, those that have been and those to come, and those that are presently here as well. I want to just put that out there, because things, as we go through these natural, we call them disasters, but they are natural energy shift symptoms, essentially. These shifts in our perspectives, in our behaviors, in our desires. I actually want to touch in on that word, to be fair. That was something that Spirit has been doing all throughout the week, and I before I go into a space, I'm gonna have a look at something, guys, and bring up the details of the people that are presently here. I'm grateful for, because they are a reflection of the person that I'm growing into becoming, and you guys are a part of the journey as well, and it's awesome to be able to sit and bask in it. Sit and bask in it. I'm just trying to have a little look and see about something, but staying with the process, the thing that I'm grateful for as far as the timeline to come, or the people that are already here, but we are almost trying to find each other. We're like GPS, where maybe like just about 6 months out of meeting each other, or 300 days out of meeting each other. I guess the time will come when it's rightly necessary to do so, but it's just been amazing to get access to the information that's ever present. Sort of what I'd say, guys, with activating self, it really is a case of going within and channeling through the shadows, and really just allowing for understanding and understanding of self, because I think when you understand, you can see what has occurred as a result of. When you understand, you see where it stems from. You see the root, you see the feeling, and that gives you an opportunity to be able to I guess, transcend certain patterns and become consciously aware of them by having an identify, like a point of reference, basically, to identify certain triggers for self, to really just help with the process of moving forward and navigating onto the next best version. I'm not here to give you these, I guess, tips to tell you what to do. I think I'm still learning myself. I think I will continue to grow and learn myself as time goes on. And all I can do is provide tools that I've used as a point of reference to certain, I guess, triggers that I've come across. And in seeing like the timeline and beyond, I can understand what that one intention actually has created, I guess, somewhere out there in the dimension where it has met its full potential of what that thought could ever become, and it's up to me, it's up to it's up to us collectively to make our dreams and each other's dreams a possibility. Experience of each other's creation is important to the aspect of the growth. It's a nurturing undertone, because for others to experience your creation almost amplifies its ability to go out and create for itself. Touch people, draw people in, bring like vibrations of the information to the actual content of the information. And I think just being able to sort of like see things unfold naturally in that way. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the journey. I think it's taken me a minute to get to the point where I'm grateful for the journey. I probably will not necessarily feel like this all the way throughout the journey, and those days are okay too, because I'm human. That's when I go into my logical processing of feelings, which makes no sense, because I can't logically process a feeling. I have to feel a feeling. You can't think a feeling. It doesn't work that way. Only right brain can process what I feel, and to sit in the intuition of self and learn about the cycles of self and the motion of self within the emotions that are externally expressed has been enlightening. I wouldn't say enlightening, because I continue to learn more the deeper within I go. And I think that, that brings me to my fifth, which is now seemingly my sixth, but 6 is the number of gratitude in itself. So that was interesting coming into this space. God's grace and favor. That has been my enlightenment aspect of just being open to purpose, and just kind of letting go of one's own personal desire of what purpose looks like to you, and just be open to what your highest expression and experience of yourself could be, because that's all Spirit ever has in mind for you. You have a limited perspective of what you can see, especially sort of logically looking at the situation. For logics, it's like seeing is believing, whereas for intuition, believing is seeing. So it really is a case of having to find a balance between the two. And I think when one should falter, as we all do, because we are human, and that's just a part of the amazingness of getting to learn and understand more of who we are within these vessels, within the avatar that expresses the motion of our inner being. It's amazing. And sometimes we can't do it without God's grace and favor. And it's amazing when you think that things aren't gonna get any better and God just shows up for you. That's what God's grace and favor is to me. I think that's what it means to me personally. I feel like that's how I can identify with it personally in my own life. Just when you think that things are over with and it's never going to get any better, and you sink into the valleys of the shadows of the pits of your fears and your own inner demise of self through lack of belief, lack of faith. God shows up and lets you know that, I don't want to say he believes in you. I say he because that's like predominantly the way that it's portrayed, but I want to say it because it's just ultimate source of creation. You know, divine masculine and divine feminine. Feeling and doing. It's been an awesome week, guys. And I actually did that with no sweaty palms. So we upgrading, guys. You know, again, I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the tools that I can use, utilize, and share. Definitely be sure to tune in. Guys, next Tuesday, I will be actually launching the first episode of the Tools for Using Tools. The episode that was launched last week was like an intro to give an insight into what to expect. And I think the first, I guess, episode, if you will, the official episode, the intention is, I'm hearing to blow minds, but to me, it's to turn hearts on. Hence the filter that has been chosen. Okay? I want to turn some hearts on and activate some spirits that are open and willing to living in purpose. We can all do it together, why not? That's what we're here for, right? As always, beautiful people, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey. Until next time, beloveds. Ashe. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.